I don't want to say religious background. 'Cause not everybody has a religious background. But more of a spiritual. What is your spiritual background?
The Holy Scriptures. You know, like the true understanding of the Bible, 100%. Like that's our spirituality.
We was once Christians, if that's what you mean. We was once in the Christianity.
Christian.
We was once in the Christianity.
What the world perceives as Christians.
We don't know part of what the world calls Christians now.
Right.
The original Christians were Israelites.
Do that.
This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his
Right, it
ways.
says, envy not thou oppressor and choose none of his ways.
That devil down there.
Right. So like you got our people that's choosing the oppressor's ways. You know, like you got our people like our women, put blue contacts and stuff in their eyes, and you got our men shaving off their beard. You know, like trying to.
Looking like a damn
Bring it out loud.
Right. You got our people stealing and all that. You know, like that.
acting
Like,
crazy.
yeah, that's what Edomites, because in the Bible they known as Edomites.
So what y'all
so-called
call
white
Cain?
people.
What y'all call Cain and Abel? Besides demon seed.
You said what now?
What would y'all call Cain and Abel besides demon seed?
Well, Abel is not a demon seed.
Oh, I'm talking about the behavior of Cain.
The behavior of Cain, okay, well, yeah, he's the seed of the wicked one.
Oh.
So like,
That thing down there.
right? So yeah. So before the so-called white man lost his melanin, like everybody on the planet had melanin at one point
Sure
in time.
did.
Go to Genesis the 5th chapter.
And the more you got away from the sun, the lighter your skin got. Creating, allegedly creating this. Oh, we're the white race. Yeah, okay, whatever.
So we all started as like one nation. We all one
We
nation. right?
still, truth be told, we
Nah,
still.
we like
Well, like one nation, but like different, like like campaigns about stuff like one nation. Something like that,
well, the Lord separated the sons of Adam.
right? Right. Okay.
You know, I'm gonna get that scripture. Somebody got that. Genesis 5.
At the top.
And yeah,
This is Genesis chapter 5.
it might be 4.
It's a little bit in 4. Yeah. So this is
What is second Ezra 6?
Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
Right, that was her firstborn son, Cain.
And he knew her.
Yeah, I mean he had sex with her. She conceived, she got pregnant with his child.
And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Yeah, he didn't have no respect for Cain's sacrifice.
And to his offering, and Cain was very wroth, and
So
his countenance failed.
Right, yeah, so he was mad, he was hating.
Jealous.
Yeah, he like, man, he accepted his sacrifice, but he didn't accept mine.
What that sound like?
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth?
Why you mad for?
And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Right, so if you do right, you're going to be accepted too.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Right, so he killed him. All because his sacrifice is better than his.
And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother?
The
And
Lord
he said,
already knew what he did. He just,
and he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which had opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
It says a fugitive and a vagabond. A fugitive, that's somebody that's constantly like on the run. A vagabond is somebody that don't have a home. You know, like now white people don't have, well, they do have a home.
At home they
It's
stole.
Mount Seir. You know, because like they the original cave people. You know.
Should've left no women.
So yeah, like so they always in other people's lands oppressing them and stealing and robbing and getting them to accept their democracy. Yeah, this is the way to live. You know, yeah, y'all can be homosexuals. You know,
Bunch of craziness.
y'all worship white Jesus and all that other madness. Go ahead.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
He was crying like a little, you know what?
I'm like a little, well, you know, y'all read the scripture, so I ain't gonna stop cussing.
It's okay.
You was crying like a nigga.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Right, so like that mark, he like stripped him of his melanin. You know, because leprosy is just basically like the absence of melanin in your skin. Like no offense, bro. Like
Oh no,
yeah, like a yellow thin hair, like a yellow hair, blue eyes, pale skin. That's
The
leprosy.
devil.
Yeah. So like that mark, that was a indication. Like okay, this is this wicked person right here. You know, because he was the only one that looked like that back then. Right.
First
So.
one, the first one that came out like that was Esau.
Right.
You know, I'm glad you walked over here.
Nah. You can get it if you want to, but it's his other. We got the second interest.
Yeah, the quick reset. St. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
It say you of your father the who?
Ye,
Devil.
ye are of your father the devil,
Uh-huh.
and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Ooh, say he was a murderer from the beginning. So like this man right here, the scriptures is calling him the devil. Right?
And abode not in truth,
Right.
because
he was not in the truth.
because there is no truth in him.
It's a lie.
When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Right. So this man, so like the same spirit that's in these white people today, which are known in the scriptures as Esau, Edom. You know, like you familiar with Jacob and the Esau story? Yeah, go to that Genesis 25. So yeah, so the same spirit that's in Cain's, the same spirit that's in them. You know, liars, murderers, thieves. You know, just wicked. Yeah, like they the wicked according to the Bible. You know, Job was talking about them. Like he said, I don't even want them to even be around my dogs. You know, because you already know what white people do when they get around dogs, right?
Bestiality, God,
Exactly.
whatever.
And bestiality, hey, that's legal in several states.
It's crazy, yeah, that's what it is.
It's legal in Canada too.
Yeah.
I was taken aback when I saw it. I was like, that's just
Yeah, that's what they do. Like the scripture said that he was violent in the earth. You know, because like you don't see lions trying to do weird stuff. Like all the animals are in order besides them.
Yeah.
Everybody's in order. Everybody understands the natural order of things besides them. You know, because they everything adverse against the ways of the Lord. How much you got shot?
Right. So the 20.
Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 25. You know, I start at verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, a Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister to Laban, a Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren.
Right. That means she couldn't have kids.
And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Right. She got pregnant.
And the children struggled together within her, And she said,
He was
If
fighting. He was fighting in her womb.
it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
The Lord said, 2 what?
2 nations
Two
are
nations.
in thy womb.
Right, so you got the Israelites, which is what you came out was Jacob. You know, he's the forefather of these people right here because he had 12 sons. Right, so his 12 sons. That's where you get us today, like, because his 12 sons had kids and they became a tribe. And the other son, well, the first son that came out was Esau. That's the spirit. That's
The devil.
right. Well, yeah, the devil, but that's the the spirit of Cain and the progenitor of so-called white people. That's their forefather.
2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Right.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right. Esau means comes from the Hebrew Shashua, means wasted away, because he had no pigmentation in his skin. Everybody else had melanin.
And after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Jacob means supplanter. I mean somebody that try to kind of like game you, like hustle you. You know, that's what our people. That's the spirit of our people. You know, like we all.
Hey, you say Jacob?
Yeah.
That's a jack of all trades, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Jacob, hustler.
That's what you got.
Supplanter means like he game you.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
Yeah, he game you. You always got a story.
And after that, his brother came out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
60.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
All right, it says a cunning hunter. Now it's going into the care of the riches, like how they are as a people. You know, like don't white people hunt? Like don't they shoot and kill everything? Like just for sport. Man of the field, he got the little camouflage sitting out waiting for a deer to pass by and shoot the deer.
A man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Like it's a plain man. You know, 'cause what do our people do? We just want to chill and get some food, laugh, and relax. You know, play the game, kick it. You know, get a little drink here and there. Right. You know, take out your woman on a date or whatever. That's all we about. You know, just chilling.
And verse 28, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, yeah. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Right, so that red pottage, that's uncooked meat. So like, you know how like white people or Edomites, how they eat their meat, they eat it like rare and, you know, bloody. So like the meat wasn't even done. You know, so he was like feed me, like I'm hungry. You know, like they real impatient, like I want it now.
And verse 31, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. There you go with that game.
Hey, so what
You said sell him?
Yeah.
Sell me this day your birthright, because
He's
Esau
going to
was
be
the
the
oldest child.
Yeah.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear unto me this day. And he swore to him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, And he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way.
Right.
Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Right. So he didn't steal his birthright.
He gave it
Yeah,
up.
he gave it up freely. It was all set up in the spirit.
So is that what you're relating to us as a people, that we sold our birthright?
Nah, he sold his birthright.
Us
Yeah.
as a people, are we continuing to sell our birthright by believing in the Eastern European ways of religion?
Well, I wouldn't say we sold our birthright, because the birthright is to our people no matter what.
Okay.
But I would say that him as the devil that the Bible speaks of, see, like, he knows, like, the elite banking families, they know that they Esau Edom, right? So, like, what they do is they try to, like, push all the negative vibrations out there, like homosexuality, lesbianism, feminism, eating abominations, pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, because they want our people to continually break the laws of the Most
Yeah,
High.
hold on. Y'all broke our heart.
Did you
Yes,
say-
they are bottom feeders.
Okay,
They
so
are
I
on the
understand
bottom,
you
yes.
You said shrimp and lobster.
Shrimp, yes. Tell it.
I just want to clarify. It wasn't us that sold our birth. It was the white man that sold his birthright to us.
It was, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so my question is, how would you make this relate to a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 24-year-old,
A 24-year-old.
where it's not, I'm not saying it's not, y'all not on the right path, but
Right.
searching for our identity causes us to seek and look in places that we don't know, right? So if we walking down the street, I stop because y'all look very cultural, and I'm a cultural person. So, but for you to grip my son, I needed to relate to what he sees as the devil. From, can you relate it to today? That's what I'm saying. If you can take that story and relate it to today, because I can tell him all day, you playing the white man game, you doing this, you doing
Yeah.
that. But if he can't see, if he can't relate to you, then this message is on
Okay,
unheard.
can you relate this to revenge? So his brother, and I'm saying Cain and Abel,